Inter-promotional fights have been a part of the National Heavy Boxing League's history for many years, and this season is no different. In the NHBL's final season, it only makes sense to partner with such a great community in the Lazy Purple Heavy Boxing server, and to partner with them to bring such a chaotic, fun, and exciting event. A 4v4 bout between some of the best heavy boxers in the NHBL and some of the best heavy boxers from the LPSS heavy boxing group. The stage is ready for the final inter-promotional set of matches in the NHBL's history and the perfect time to give exposure to the newest heavy boxing community. It's the NHBL colliding with the LPSS heavy boxing community for a 4v4 event for the ages. Welcome to everyone watching around the world. Gentleman's Fedora alongside Clayface, Figgis, and Mario. First time in NHBL history we've ever had a matchup with LPSS, and the first time in NHBL history we've had a four-man broadcast booth. This is either going to be a nightmare before our very eyes, or it is going to be something special, and it's going to be interesting. It's a learning process for all of us here. But welcome again. Glad to have you with us. Clayface, you know, when this matchup was starting to be formulated a few days ago, it seemed like something that could only be dreamed of. But with the success of the Collision of Continents, it's incredible to see this 4v4 coming up. And on the NHBL side, that roster is really stacked.
Well, as you said, almost by popular demand, COC was such a big influence on how we look at having different events coming up, and this was a bit of a popular demand to bring back the 4v4 and have another 4v4. And what a great way to have it tonight with a fellow boxing group. And yeah, but the NHBL team absolutely stacked, captained by White Russian Bear, two-time Sasha heavyweight champion, going back to season 2 and season 6. And then you got spotted posed the most tournament wins in NHBL history under his belt. You got the longest active heavy boxer in the NHBL history in Metro, and you got Set Up Lit going back to season 4, made numerous conference finals, one of the first European stars to ever headline a show in the NHBL, and what a fantastic team it really is. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do tonight. This is going to be a hell of a show, Fed.
And led by several prominent historical figures in the NHBL, including a two-time Sasha heavyweight champion and in Russian Bear and in Spotting the most tournaments won by any heavy boxer in the league's history. You know, Figgis, the NHBL kind of had a raid a few weeks ago that came into the LPSS casual scene, and they swept the NHBL guys 3-0. And some of those members who are responsible for that are actually on this team tonight. How excited for you of the composition of these LPSS boxers?
I'm going to be completely honest with you, Fedora. I've been looking forward for this for about 3 months straight, ever since we announced it and everything.
It's certainly been something very exciting. But tell us a little bit about each of the boxers that are going to be participating against the NHBL guys tonight. Who are you excited for? Which ones are they? How prominent are they in the LPSS scene?
Truth be told, I'm actually really excited for all of them and everything. First off, we have Chaotix. He's coming in from the UK and everything. He's definitely have several wins under his belt in these tournaments and everything. Next up, we also have Basil. He is coming in from Denmark. I will absolutely say right now, he has definitely pulled a bit of a winning streak as well. I've seen him grow from basically from being on the bottom bracket to basically being right up there. It's been an absolutely fantastic story. I have full confidence in him that he's definitely going to help bring home the bacon tonight. On top of that, we also have Pancake Fluffer. He's actually a really good friend of mine and everything. He's got a lot of talent. He is one of the most kind-hearted people as well. And to top it off, we also have Seasonal Demons. Man, a few words, but honestly, every single time he comes to a tournament, he usually comes out on the top 3. The guy scares me. The guy absolutely scares me.
And especially with them sweeping some of the NHBL's historical figures 3-0 a few weeks ago, it's going to be interesting to see how this matchup goes, especially with the chaos you're going to see ensue with the 4v4. Mario, you have an interesting perspective you could bring because you're also the referee for the LPSS heavy boxing side of things. How difficult is it going to be for these officials here tonight to try and get to try and keep this matchup under control, especially with the chaos that the LPSS heavy boxing community has every Sunday night?
Well, with the fighters that we have tonight, it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Most of the chaos that comes from our tournaments is the fact that it's open to anyone who wants to join, which means we get a lot of the good of the community, but we also get some people who are just there to spoil the fun for everyone. But that chaos does make our fighters very adaptable for different situations.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting set of circumstance and everything. And, you know, Clayface, even with the LPSS guys, you know, being more chaotic and such, the 4 NHBL guys coming into this, none of them have had any major issues on the officiating front, but several of these guys have been in the collision of continents before. They've been in this 4v4 situation before. How beneficial is that going to be for those who are a part of it?
Well, to me, it comes down to how they work as a team. But yeah, some of the guys have been in the 4v4. Spotton was in the very first Collision of Continents. That was a couple of years ago. He was on Team North America. Russian Bear, I think this is, I believe this is White Russian Bear's debut in a 4v4 side of things. We've actually never seen White Russian Bear be on the side of a 4v4, so that's interesting. But Metro was in the Team Europe a couple of years ago, actually on the winning team a couple of years ago for Team Europe, and then he was selected as well to be on Team Europe last year. Didn't quite work out for him. He had to pull out due to personal issues, but I believe that with some of the experience on the side as well, and the knowledge of how they are going to work as a team, I believe also I forgot to mention both teams were actually practicing very hard. I spoke to the LPSS guys just before the event. They were practicing, as were the NHBL guys, so they're actually taking this as serious as possible. They are coming out for blood tonight, Fed.
So they finally get started with their warm-ups there.
I got interrupted there, my bad.
No, you're good. Spoga was trying to make sure that they had all the rules ready to go and such, but as I was asking beforehand, you've seen several 4v4 events, and the difference between, you know, instead of Europe versus USA, it's a split down the middle on both sides of the team. What differences do you expect to see in this 4v4 compared to the Collision of Continents?
Well, actually, it's interesting because I didn't know that Team LPSS they actually had a few guys that were from Europe tonight. I think it's a split down the line on LPSS too. Well, actually, they've got 3 guys from Europe by the looks of it. Seasonal Demons has got a ping of 207. I don't think that's even Europe. That looks like Australia ping. Figures, where is Captain Seasonal Demons from?
I'd honestly like to tell you, but I have zero idea.
Well,
he's a man of few words, but
he's a man of few words. I don't think I've ever actually heard him speak.
He doesn't.
My guess is with a ping of 207, he's probably fighting in probably Australia,
New Zealand. New Zealand. He just gave confirmation on that. So he's from New Zealand. Just a rock skip away from you, Clayface. Just a little bit there.
Just over the Tasman. I could see that ping from a mile away, Fed.
Goes back to your NTOTB days.
Well, actually, the NTOTB, it was the Americans who had about 200 ping on the NTOTB. But no, as you were saying, when it comes to the ping as well in a situation like this, it makes you question the movement of every boxer as well, because ping does affect the movement of boxers. It makes you jitter, and this is a crazy 4v4 lineup that we have tonight, where you're going to have to be on your ball game, watching every boxer's movement. It's quite a tough situation to compete under those circumstances when there's a little lag in the ring.
Yeah, and you're seeing that a little bit here with the warm-ups. It looks like it's kind of a split between Team USA and Team Europe, as Russian Bear, wow! He had 2v1 on that with one punch to give and managed to get that victory in the last warm-up round. But that's a tough situation for anybody to be put in, especially against Russian Bear there. And the bell has rung, the beginning of the promotional matchup. And you see the punches thrown with just the chaos there. Borschenberg goes down, Basil down, Setup lit down, Pancake, Spot, and You Don't Look Irish is down. LPSS takes the first round 1-0, Clayface.
Interesting stuff. It was actually neck and neck for the first couple seconds there. It was a 3v3, and then once you lose a man and it's a 3v2, that's tough. That's always going to be tough because you're going to have one guy that's chasing you from behind pretty much the whole fight. You're going to have to get the first man down to get the advantage, obviously, because the last thing you want is to be backed up and having someone punching you from behind when you're trying to fight someone who you are attacking in front of you.
1-0 advantage for LPSS already as first punch is in. Setup getting a little punch and bait back as Spottin gets some punches in. Basil, Seasonal Demons go down. Pancake down. It's a 4v1 and a clean sweep there, Figgis, and it's tied 1-1 already.
That was some very impressive footwork from the red team.
1-1 advantage, 9 rounds for each to win. First punch dealt in by Spottin and Setup lit. Seasonal Demons go down. You Don't Look Irish goes down. Getting the punch in. Russian and Spottin go down. And only one boxer in Basil got defeated there, Clayface. And now 2-1 back to the LPHB.
You got to keep in mind the ropes push you around as well. So even if you try to back yourself into the ropes, you get jolted a bit forward. So if you try to stand in the ring buckle and try to watch what the opponent, you're still going to get pushed back in the ring. It's a lose-lose for anyone, and that's what you saw happen there. They got too close to the ropes. They stayed too close to the outside, got pushed back in the ring, and it took them off guard there, Fed.
One advantage already. See if the NHBL could tie it up evenly. They get punches in on Basil and Demons there. Basil goes down, gets ganged up on by Russian Bear and company, and Chaotix getting surrounded. 3 boxers again. The only person who went down in that situation was Spottin, and Figgis, it's looking like it's just going to be neck and neck.
Oh, absolutely. You honestly have a very even match here, so I'm genuinely not surprised.
Tied up evenly. See if the NHBL could get their first lead of the evening as they get the punches in. Gang up in that corner, trying to get some punches in. Basil goes down. Setup goes down. Metro Spottin goes down. Russian Bear just ganged up by 3 heavy boxers there, Clayface. And LPSS leads it 3-2.
It's interesting. Once again, you lose a man. They ganged up on the one boxer. It's interesting. Spottin was pressing them from the back, trying to punch them into the back as well. But there was still one guy that left, and he was too heavily damaged, and he couldn't end it off there. LPSS looking strong here, looking very strong, keeping their minds composed. They're just waiting for their opportunity to strike, and they're taking advantage of that.
Now a 3-2 advantage again for LPSS. The NHBL, if the trend continues, they'll easily deal it back. Basil goes down. Spottin and Russian Bear go down. Seasonal Demons go down. And LPSS takes their first 2-round lead of the evening with 2 boxers to give. And Mario, it's a 4-2 lead for LPSS.
Yes, indeed. Seems like that practice is definitely paying off.
NHBL has a hole that they have to dig themselves out of as Russian Bear and Spottin get some punches at the top of the ring. And there goes Basil and Pancake Fluffer. It's 4v2 right now. Chaotix goes down. Metro goes down. And there was a shot fired, so we may have a penalty here. But the NHBL right now has it 4-3, but we'll hear the call.
Yeah, it doesn't count, guys. It doesn't count.
Penalty for the red team as one of their boxers has eaten a sandwich during the active round. Their point is revoked. So we're still 4-2.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Just reset after Metro pulling his sandwich. Let's see if they can get it done. They got some punches in on Seasonal Demons on the corner. There goes Setup lit. Basil's down. It's 3v3. 3v2 NHBL favors. Deesman goes down. Pancake Flipper and Chaotix goes down. And the NHBL here, Clayface, it doesn't matter what penalty they get. They still are crawling back in it.
This is a battle. I'm loving every second of this. What an absolute battle. Throwing hands. This is excellent stuff. Fiat, the dispute came in an issue, and that you mentioned it's hard to see what's going on for the refs. That's exactly why we have 2 referees that are active during a 4v4 and a supervising official as well. So we actually have 3 referees watching at the same time. It's really important to know everything what's going on. But what a fantastic round for NHBL. They took the lead early. They took a lot of damage early. I'm surprised they actually came back that quickly and managed to take it back to the 3-2 over them.
Here we go. 4-3 lead still for Lazy Purple as they get some punches in on Setup Lit. Demon's trying to get in. Setup Lit goes down for the second time in a row. Russian Bear down. Cecil Demons. Basil down. Metro down. Spottin gets Pancake Flippers down in between him and Chaotix. Can he get it done? He got some punches in. Spottin trying to be conservative. Chaotix had 1 hit to give, and just like that, it's now 5-3. Spottin had a good chance there, Figgis, to get it back, but Chaotix stood his ground.
Absolutely. I was on the edge of my seat that entire round. Right when I saw there were only 2 boxes remaining, I was just like, ooh, this is going to get good.
Now 5-3. See if the NHBL could come back. Setup Lit getting some punches in on Chaotix, trying to get it going. Metro goes down. Pancake, Basil, Setup Lit goes down. And just like that, with some quick action, Russian Bear and Spottin, the only boxers left. It's now 5-4.
These matches seem to be going left and right.
5-4 advantage going into round 10. Punches on the edge there as Metro tries to get him dealt in. Pancake Fluffer and Setup Lit go down. Basil goes down, getting some punches. And Chaotix takes him down. It's 2v2 right now. Gang up by Chaotix. And what a move by Metro to finalize it there, Clayface. And after 10 rounds, we're tied 5 each.
I'm on the edge of my seat, man. That was intense. They were down to 3v3 to somebody hanged in there on the NHBL side, taking on 2 guys from the LPSS on the left side of the ring from where I'm looking at, and then the 2 NHBL guys were taking on 1 LPSS guy, and then they came back in the middle after that, and they slugged it out, and it was down to a 1v1, a 40-40 health battle, and man, Metro was just more accurate, got the last shot. That was a great round.
And now a tie even as we head into round 11. Early punches by both Basil and Pancake at the top of the ring. Spottin down, Chaotix down, Setup Lit and Metro down. Russian Bear trying to get some punches in. He's gotten 1 down. Can he get Basil? No, it was down to 1 hit for each. And Basil stands strong there. I think this is getting a lot more interesting as it goes along here, Figgis.
I could not agree more with this. I'm definitely seeing that underdog side of Basil start to come up with this.
Seems like our boxers are getting a read on how your boxers behave, trying to get a feel for their movements.
Improvise, adapt, overcome.
So an unofficial timeout called by Team NHBL as they're down 6-5. They get the punches in, trying to get on Basil here. Russian Bear goes down. Pancake goes down. Spottin goes down. It's a 3v2. Setup Lit goes down to 1 with Metro. Between Metro and Basil. What an outstanding move. And Metro ties it up 6-6 here, Clayface.
What is going on, man? Oh my goodness. I can't remember a time when I've seen a absolute insane 4v4 on this level where if you actually look at the rounds, they're very quick. They don't last very long. The action honestly lasts about 20 seconds because damage is dealt so quickly. But that's what's so exciting about it when you have so many bosses in the ring. You have to the health goes down so quickly, and the fact that Metro still had 3 or 4 punches to take, and I think it was Basil down to the last punch there, that was very lucky to have that many punches left. He just happened to take both of them out. Both of them were down to 40 HP. Clutch. That was clutch.
Yes, indeed. That was very clutch.
Are you ready?
For Basil, that was definitely an uphill battle.
4 out of 7 essentially is what it takes to win this Inter-Promotional match as Russian Bear and Setup Lit at the top trying to get some punches in. Spottin goes down, Metro goes down, there goes Pancake, Setup Lit and Russian Bear down. LPSS responds with a vengeance with only Pancake going down. Now it's 7-6 here, Figgis.
This is going absolutely insane. There was just always so much action going on that the first couple of seconds, but the second one of them goes down, it pretty much just teeters over in that position. They've definitely got some catching up to do when one man goes down, because it all just goes downhill from there.
I agree, Ficus. This is basically a proverbial seesaw.
7-6. See if it's going to be an even tie again. Setuplet gets the first punch in on Basil. Several boxers ganging up on Setuplet. Demons goes down, trying to get more punches dealt at Basil and Setuplet go down. It's 3v2. Chaotix and Spaten go down. Between Metro steals the final blow on Pancake Fluffer. He eats the sandwich, and just like Clayface, he goes, delicious.
That was delicious, but as majestic as a gazelle on wheels, Fedora.
You're just pulling all the stops in history, aren't you?
The gazelle on wheels, mate. That was the gazelle on wheels of the rounds. What a little performance. What a charade there. That was excellent. By the two boxers, they bounced into it. They jumped on the LPSS guys there. That was as majestic as a gazelle on wheels. Unbelievable.
Tied at 7, now a best 3 out of 5. Charging outright, trying to get some punches in the corner on Demons. Basil goes down again. Russian Bear goes down. Setuplet down. Spaten down. It's the one Metro trying to get some punches in. He can't get the better of Demons and Chaotix. Almost got to Chaotix there. Would have been tough for him to recover from that, Mario, but it's now 8-7 in favor of Lazy Purple.
Yes, indeed. Demons and Chaotix are both some of our older fighters, actually. If I remember correctly, Demons was around during our very first tournament. In fact,
Demons absolutely was. However, I do recall Chaotix showing up about 6-8 months in when we were starting to do this in regular rotation. He's definitely one of the newer faces we have.
So now 8-7 advantage is Russia Bear getting the punches in on Basil. Spaten and Russia gang up on Basil. Setuplet down. Chaotix down. It's now down to one more. And the punches dealt. Cecil Demon dealt the final blow. It's 8-8. It's now 2 out of 3 here, Clayface.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that was another one of those rounds where when you look at the back of the ring and the ropes again, that they actually maneuvered LPSS into the turnbuckle there. I think it was Metro and Chaotix battling in the corner. The Frenchman and the British man were battling it out in the corner. And as soon as Spaten took, you notice the teamwork here. Spaten took out, I believe it was Demons on the other end of the ring. He immediately ran over to the other side and helped his teammate. That's the type of strategies and communication both teams should be using.
Whoever wins this next matchup has the driver's seat to have match point, as Metro and Russia get the punches in on Basil, who's died the most in this thing. Between Basil and Setuplet, they've died the most. Pancake goes down, ganging up on Seasonal Demons, trying to get the punches in, and with only one boxer left to give here, Figgis, the NHBL has the upper hand 9-8.
My goodness, that was quite a bit of a turnaround of the match. I'll definitely say that much.
It's certainly down to the wire. Judging from how way our fighters were moving, it seemed like Basil was getting a bit careless there, charging straight into the enemies.
Can the NHBL pull it off and take the victory 10-8, or will LPSS force it to the final round? And they are going to call a penalty for Basil pulling out his minigun there, as they're still going.
The round will continue.
Well, they're going to cease it there.
My keys went fucked up. My keys fucked up.
Alright, it's fine. It's just gonna be a warning. It's gonna be a blue warning. Don't worry about it. Just get back into your positions.
9-8 after that minigun being pulled out. Metro, the first to charge out in the corner. Setuplet trying to get some punches in on Basil. He's being ganged up on as they're trying to get Chaotix down. Demons goes down. Metro and Chaotix go down. They're getting the punches in. Fluffer and Basil goes down. The NHBL has vanquished the lazy heavy boxers. The NHBL stands on top in the Inter-Promotional matchup.
What an absolute battle that was. Let me just say, first of all, congrats to NHBL, but kudos to LPSS. I think I spoke to you, Fed, about it. I spoke to you about it before the broadcast a couple weeks ago. This was going to be close. The difference of a 4v4 is way different to a 1v1. This was going to be close, and it was. Would you look at that? 10-8, down. It was back and forth. Unbelievable fight, guys. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the winning captain, White Russian Bear. We'll get to LPSS in just a moment. White Russian Bear, the winner of the LPSS NHBL Inter-Promotional matches tonight. You captain Team close. You guys only took the lead to the last couple rounds. How did you do it? What an unbelievable fight.
Well, we coordinated well together, we strategized together, and we just came up with the best possible solution, and we worked really well together as a team.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more. The communication was surreal. The whole deal was on another level. You guys performed well. Congrats. How did you feel in there? Was it? It must have been pretty crazy. Was the lag an issue? Was there a bit of ping floating around?
Surprisingly, no. As far as I know, everybody was doing well and okay with latency.
Fantastic! What a performance! Why Russian Bear? Winner of the captain team of NHBL. Congrats though to everybody on the NHBL setup, Spotting and Metro. You guys performed
Can
great.
I say
I'm
a
gonna go
thing?
to the. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Spotting.
I'm not gonna lie, 50% of those times when we had delayed whatever, that was me taking a break to breathe.
You did you take a break to breathe? What was it? Stress or was it just like there was nerves kicking in? What was it?
Fucking
It was,
stress,
yeah.
nerves, on the verge of having. I swear the fuck, Metro, I'm going to kill you.
Alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Team NHBL 10-8, but I'm gonna go to the LPSS captain over here, Seasonal Demons. You guys proved a lot of people wrong tonight, and not many people had you guys coming up and taking many rounds as you did, and you guys were almost there. You're just 2 rounds off it. Yeah, you're winning the whole fight. Demons, how do you feel, mate? I feel we did pretty well, but choked in the last few rounds. What was the strategy out there? You guys were communicating well. I saw you guys were practicing earlier. Did you guys feel confident? Early on in the match, you looked very strong. Was there was the communication good? Was the strategies off? What was the tactic out there tonight? Communication was really good between us, which is failed to determine what tactics the NHBL team were using. I found it quite hard to even know what you guys were trying to go with myself. In terms of everybody, it's hard to come up with tactics for a 4v4. It's just there's so much action going on, and you don't even know what to expect in there. But LPSS, an unbelievable performance. I'll go over to another one, Chaotix. You got a mic, yeah?
Yep.
You got a mic. How did you feel come joining in from the UK? Was there a bit of lag on your side? Was a bit of ping in the ring? How was the ping on that?
No, I think latency all around was just completely fine. Yeah.
Everything was alright. I saw in the corner in one of the matches, actually, you and Metro were slugging it out at the France versus the UK in the corner there, because you guys got similar ping. I could just imagine there would have been a slight amount of jittery, especially with Demons on 207 ping from New Zealand. Hell, even setup led with 123 ping from Finland, and Basel with over 100 ping from Denmark. I was surprised there wasn't a few disputes called for the ping, but I suppose you guys wanted a fair fight. There wasn't any issues with that. I'm happy about that, so that's good. As long as you guys had was smooth in the ring, that's all that matters at that point.
Yeah, if there wasn't any latency, I couldn't feel it at all, so